Okay, so you're a pro. You're managing a bunch of Twitter accounts, maybe for your brand, your clients, or even just different side projects. But let's be real. How do you do it safely and effectively? More importantly, how do you get rid of that constant fear of getting suspended? Well, this is your guide to doing it the right way.
I mean, this is the core problem, right? It's that constant low-level anxiety that one wrong move, just one tiny mistake, could get everything suspended. All that hard work, just gone in a flash. You're just trying to run your business, but the platform's rules can feel like a total minefield. So how do you actually juggle all this without dropping the ball?
First off, let's get one thing straight. Managing multiple accounts isn't just for spammers or bots. For professionals like you, it's actually a strategic necessity. And there are so many legitimate reasons for this. You might be separating your personal brand from the official company account, or if you're an agency, you're obviously managing a ton of client accounts. Maybe you're targeting different niche audiences or A/B testing your content strategy. The point is, these are powerful, totally valid business reasons. So, where does everybody start? Well, that's level 1, the simple start. We're talking about the most basic, built-in tools that Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, gives you right out of the box. And this is it, the famous built-in switcher. You've probably used it. You just tap your profile, hit that little menu, and add another account. It's super easy, super convenient for maybe a couple of personal accounts. But for professional use, that simplicity is actually its biggest weakness. And here's where you start to see the problems. First, you're capped at 5 accounts. But way more importantly, look at that last row. IP and fingerprint isolation is, well, it's non-existent. This means Twitter can clearly see that all of these accounts are coming from the exact same device, operated by the exact same person. The platform's alarm bells are already primed to go off. So that brings us to level 2. When the basic tools just don't cut it anymore, it's time to upgrade your toolkit with the kind of stuff the pros use for their day-to-day management and scheduling. And here, you've really got 2 main paths. On one side, you have X Pro. What we all used to know and love is TweetDeck, which is fantastic for real-time monitoring, though now it's locked behind a paid subscription. Then on the other side, you have third-party powerhouses like Hootsuite and Buffer. These give you incredible scheduling and analytics. I mean, they're pretty much essential for any serious agency. But there's a catch. Because even with these pro-level tools, you're about to face the boss-level challenge. This is the hidden risk that honestly most social media managers are completely unaware of. Just think about it for a second. The built-in switcher, X Pro, even those really sophisticated platforms like Hootsuite, they all share the exact same fundamental flaw. And that flaw has a name: browser fingerprinting. The absolute best way to think about it is like a unique digital accent. It's this combination of your screen resolution, the fonts you have installed, your graphics card, dozens of little data points that, when you put them all together, create a unique signature for your specific device. Twitter can read this accent and knows it's you, no matter which account you're logged into. So this is exactly how Twitter builds a case against you. Its detection system is just connecting the dots. It sees all these accounts popping up from the same IP address. It matches that identical device fingerprint across every single one. It can even correlate your browser cookies and analyze your posting patterns. All these little signals link your accounts together, raising a massive red flag in their system. So what's the end game here? How do the top-tier agencies manage dozens of high-value client accounts without triggering all these systems? Well, it requires a completely different approach, a truly professional workflow. And the solution is a concept called complete fingerprint isolation. Now, this isn't something you can get from a standard browser like Chrome or Safari. It requires a specific kind of technology called an anti-detect browser, which basically creates a unique virtual device environment for each and every one of your accounts. So this is what that workflow actually looks like in practice. For each client, each account, you create a totally separate and unique browser profile. Then each of those profiles gets its own unique IP address through something called a proxy. Now, this is the key part. You log into your scheduling tool, like Buffer, from inside that isolated environment. You use the tools for efficiency, sure, but you use these isolated profiles for security and for all your direct real-time engagement. Now, this is a critical piece of the puzzle, and you cannot skip it, especially for any new accounts you're managing. You can't just set up a secure profile and start tweeting like crazy. You have to warm up the account. You start slow, and you gradually increase your activity over several weeks.
What you're doing is mimicking natural human behavior, and that keeps you off the radar of those automated suspension systems.
So let's just put it all together. The simple, built-in tools, they give you zero isolation. Professional scheduling tools are great for teams, but they still offer no fingerprint isolation at all. And that's why the only method that provides full isolation for your important, high-value accounts is that anti-detect browser workflow. Look, if you remember only one single thing from all of this, make it this. Your goal is to make each and every account appear as if it's being managed by one unique person, on one unique device, in one unique location. That right there is the secret to safe, long-term, multi-account management.
And this really leaves us with one final thought. You invest so much time and energy into building these sophisticated brands and crafting brilliant content, but is your underlying management strategy, is it just as sophisticated? Are you truly protecting those digital assets that you've worked so hard to build?